Good morning and welcome to IT and Central Services Committee meeting. Today is Friday, May 2nd, 2025. It is 9 a.m. I will call the meeting to order. First thing we'll do is a roll call. I am Kathy Owens, your chairman. Tina Bush is absent. Nancy Urick. Joanne McNally. Hello. Oh, there you are. Brian Dose.
Present.
Kendra Pottinger.
Present.
James Reed.
Here.
I need a motion to approve anybody on WebEx? No, okay. Approval of the previous meeting minutes. Mr. Reed, and a second by Nancy, all in favor? Motion passes. Any citizen comment? None. And we'll start with Central Services. Morning, Tracy.
Good morning. April's figures, microfilm documents, 36,824. Processed feet, 1,400. Scanned images, 75,994. 19 copy machines, 52,318. The 3 digital printers, 76,156. Monthly bills, 23,480 and 66 cents. Reimbursements to the general fund, $1,437.22. Central Services postage, $5,978.29. Downtown Circuit Clerk postage, $507.48. County Clerk postage, $54.97. Regional Office of Education postage, $251.65. We have a 4-cent savings in postage of $291.84. The e-certified mail savings is $108.04. The savings on shipping labels is $41.75. Toner usage, $9,072.76. Toners purchased, $11,499. I have a total savings of $441.63.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything else?
Yeah, I just have a few things to mention.
Okay.
Postage will be going up in July, 5 cents. We'll still have the 4-cent savings, and our savings on the certifieds will increase to $1.58 from $1.48. Let me see what else here. We have an increase in cartridges are going up 10% starting May 4th. So I don't have a price list on those yet, but it most likely will be the majority of them. And we are losing our Independence paper. There's a paper mill closing in Pennsylvania, I believe. So that's the paper we give out to the offices for the copy machines that we print on. But there are others available, which would probably be like about a $10 increase per case. Yeah. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll need a motion then to accept Tracy's report. Jim and Nancy, all in favor? Motion passes, and motion to pay the bills. Joanne, second. Kendra, all in favor? Okay, and that's it for Central Supply.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You all have a good weekend.
You too. Okay, now we have John for IT.
Good morning. On the report, the tickets were about 564 for the month of April. If you look at the intrusion report, you will see 384,000 attempts to access our network. That's some external testing we're doing with another vendor. Obviously, we have Homeland Security that does our scannings, but we also, this year, we budgeted and hired another company to kind of assess and just make sure have a second set of eyes because it's always good because Homeland Security hasn't found anything on our network in the last 6 months, which, you want to make sure that there's just not a miss somewhere. So that's why we see that big number. That is it on my report unless anybody has any questions before we go into old business.
Is that it?
That's it for the report. And then we got old and new business, but
Okay. We'll have a motion to accept John's report. Jim and Nancy, all in favor? Hey, John.
okay. Old business, like we have the last couple months, I'm just gonna combine like fire suppression floor office, because it's all the same project. One issue we ran into was when all the equipment left the Rydell warehouse to come here, it left in 2 semis from Dayton Freight. It arrived here on 1 semi. So Dayton Freight combined the semis between Itasca and here. And a couple pieces got lost. And so we had to have some doors remanufactured and refabricated, and those just got here. So we lost about 2.5, almost 3 weeks waiting on doors to show up because they got lost somewhere in transit. I mean, obviously, Itasca to here is not that far of a drive, but like they have record of it. It left on the semi there, but when it got here, they weren't here. So those, yes, the doors just came in this week. So we have them. We're working through it. It's just now it puts us at like a 3-week delay. So everything's now running behind because we were waiting on a door that everyone thought was be here. They show up to install everything. They're like, "Where's this at?" I go, it was like we have the video from the surveillance. I took pictures of everything coming off the semi. Like it never showed up. And like everyone's just kind of going, we don't know where it's at. And so they like I said, they remanufactured them, shipped us new ones. But like I said, that all takes time because every panel is cut specific for your order. So they had to get them off. They had to get them, cut them, and get them back out to us. So like I said, there was some manufacturing time. So we lost, like I said, about 3 weeks in that project. So they're working on setting up the date for them to come out, set up the fire suppression, and get the racks all fired up and going. Once I have the date, I'll let you guys know. So I'll probably have a better update at the next committee. And that is it for old business.
Okay, thanks. New
Then-
business.
New business. I got good. Oh, okay.
Did you get all the computers ordered before
Yes.
the price went up?
Yes,
When do you receive those?
they're in my office.
Perfect.
Yeah, we have boxes and boxes and boxes of computers. And the only problem is, like, we ordered them that Friday because we had ordered by the Friday. And then Monday they announced, oh, we're not going to put the tariff on computer equipment. I'm going, how do you know? Like, like we knew we had that date, but we got them. They're here. We paid less than what we'd pay if we ordered them today. So, any other questions on old business? Okay. So new business, obviously Brian, Joanne, and Kendra will know more on this. So I've been in a battle with AT&T since last April over our bill, or our AT&T bills. I know sometimes you guys would see a bill like I'm paying $500 on a bill that we owe $64,000 on. Well, they finally recognized our credit that they mischarged us, and we received a credit of $71,057.58, which now puts us on the credit side by a couple thousand. So now the bill's straightened out. AT&T bills are they're always a mess. Like I usually get everything fixed in like for like 2 months, and then all of a sudden another bill will go crazy, and I just have to spend. I mean, this time it was 14 months, two complaints to the Better Business Bureau, and it's a process. So, but we did get our credit now. So with only being a couple $1,000s in a couple months, that'll be paid down. So I'm just gonna work it out that way instead of fighting with them to cut a check. So like I said, AT&T's the beast we have to have, and there's nothing we can do about it. Just ride with it. So, but I'm just glad we got the credit. So. And that's all I have for new business, unless anybody has.
I'm gonna go back on old business again, sorry. What about the parks? Did we get that all figured out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting on this stuff from AT&T. That's because the problem is the rep I was working with quit, and so now I had to get a new rep, and then you kind of have to start everything again. So I'm waiting on that to get here to test that.
Like, what is our time frame here?
Unfortunately, once again, it's AT&T, so when it shows up, I'm hoping we get a quick turnaround, but I don't want to say yes, we'll have it in a week and I'll get it out there. because in AT&T world, I say a week, it's going to be 2 months, but I'm working as fast as I can to get something out there, especially with it being warmer, so they can start using that classroom.
Yeah.
You said we're having a lot of problems with AT&T. You're getting problems with the bills.
Yeah, the bills just never.
Are we exploring any other options? Have we talked to anybody else?
Okay, so our other options are we can go with a third party, which the county did on a few lines. I know EMA did, but what you're doing is those companies are buying it from AT&T, and then they're charging you. So that $32 line with AT&T is costing you $40 with somebody else because you're paying for them to manage it. And it's like bill might be cleaner, but it's going to cost us more. There is one company that I was starting to work with last year before the bills went all cattywampus because they said that they could do mass bundling and then maybe make it cheaper. I was going to have them look at my bills and go, okay, if you could show me where I can make a savings, then maybe we can look at this. But then the bill went crazy, and it's like I can't have him I can't have a company look at my AT&T bills when they're not right, and I know they're not right because nothing was showing up right. And so my hope is now if I can just get like a month or two of status quo bills, like okay, these are my bills and this is what it is, then I hope I can have somebody at least assess it, and see if there is something. But like most generally, you're paying an upcharge to do that.
Okay, thanks, John.
No problem.
This executive session is not needed today then.
No.
Okay, is there anything else? For this committee, we need to pay the bills. Everyone has seen the bills for IT. And a motion to pay the bills. Brian. Second. Nancy, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Bills are paid. Anything else, John?
Yeah, just one thing. As always, I send you guys the Visa bill in your email. You should have that later today. I just didn't get the email sent last night, so you'll have that to show you guys what all gets paid on my Visa, like you guys have asked for. So you'll see that later today.
Okay. Thanks so much. Anything else? Okay, motion to adjourn. Joanne and Jim, all in favor? Meeting adjourned. Thank you.